Congratulations on the big quarterfinal win in the Peach Belt Conference tournament over North Georgia. Talk a little bit about tonight's ball game.
First of all, I can't say enough how proud I am of our kids. The game plan and all of the things that we worked on and talked about for the last couple of days. This is a team that's increasingly gotten better. We have an extreme amount of respect for North Georgia and for the program, for the season that they've had. We knew we were going to step on the floor and play really hard to get a win tonight. And I thought that, at least for the first maybe 3.5 quarters, we did everything we wanted to do defensively. We guarded them well. And then once we got into a little bit of an offensive rhythm, I thought that it allowed us to relax, gave us a little bit of a cushion. So I'm just proud. I'm proud of everything that they've done over the last month and a half. And I'm pleased with where we're at right now. We've got a week now to step back and prepare for Columbus, which is going to be another really tough task. But I really feel like for where these kids are right now, they believe that we've got the capability to compete. You know, that's what we've been talking about all season, just competing and then letting everything else take care of itself.
Got good numbers from all of your starters, per usual, but career high 15 from Kiana Williams. Talk a little bit about her effort tonight.
Well, I was part of, I thought, what we were most encouraged about when we looked at the first game stats. We had struggled to hit shots here on our own floor, and our bench really was not productive at all. I think Kiana played 4 or 5 minutes, Abby played maybe 8 or 9, and I think Tatiana came off the bench and played 3 or 4 minutes. We knew going into this game, just based on what we've done over the last 2 or 3 weeks, that our bench was much better now than it had been a month ago. And we knew that these kids were going to be able to contribute in ways that they weren't ready to contribute the first time around. So, just really pleased with Kiana. She is a kid that can score in so many different ways. And so she hit threes tonight. She went down to the box and posted up. She got to the lane, got into the paint off the dribble. Just really, I think, starting to get comfortable with our system and what we're asking her to do. And I thought that the contribution from her and Abigail was huge for us tonight.
Let's talk a little bit about Abigail, too. Came in and really sparked us there in the second quarter. Both her and Kiana, I think, were on the floor during our run to end the first half. And of course she banks in about a 30-footer at the buzzer. That doesn't hurt either.
Exactly. Well, again, we're talking about 2 kids that are extremely talented, and we've known that all season. We had to give them time to get comfortable with what we were asking them to do. Anytime you come from a high school situation, from a different program, where your role might be a little bit different, it takes time. And so we knew that the talent eventually was going to come out for both of those kids. Abigail is somebody who put the ball in her hands quite a bit when TT's not on the floor. And she does a good job, but she's also somebody that you have to respect as a scorer. So she's not somebody that you can just back up off of and expect her to facilitate. She wants to take that shot. And so even at the end of the first half, we had talked about her. We had 5 seconds. We put our shooters deep in the corner. I said, drive it and kick it. But she kept it because she wanted to be the one to take that shot. And so, I just think that their growth, Kiana and Abigail in particular, and even Todd, has come along a little bit for us. I think that their growth has really kind of mirrored the way our team has grown as a collective group. So I'm excited for them. I'm happy for them. And now we just got to get back to work and see what we can do next weekend.
Middle of January, when we were struggling a little bit, I think we're maybe 5th or 6th in the East Division standings. You talked about this team needing to learn how to win. Well, now we've run 9 in a row and 11 out of 12. I guess they passed the grade?
Yeah, I think so. I think they figured out how to win. I told them tonight, the only thing I need them to do now is to continue to keep the foot on the gas. I think knowing how to win, I think knowing how to execute a game plan, getting stops, getting scores when we need to, I think they've got that down. And the confidence helps too. When you're winning, you're looser and you feel pretty good. Even in shoot around today, we had a great shoot around. Everybody felt pretty good coming in, getting ready for this game. Winning helps with all of that. And so now, like I said, I think we can just take what we've learned. 5 losses in the middle of the season, 9 wins now. We can take all of that and put it together, see what we can do for these next 2 games next weekend.
So now we've got Columbus State, probably in the late game, I would think, Saturday at Lander. And I know it's too early to look at them, but are we just going to need to do the same things against the Cougars?
Columbus is a different type team, much more athletic, much more pressure-oriented. One of the issues we ran into with them here was we turned the ball over. And so we've got to work a little bit on handling their pressure. and making sure that we are confident and being as aggressive as we are. We weren't quite as confident in our offenses back then. So I think that just the ability to handle pressure by running our offense and attacking them going toward the rim will be a little bit more profitable for us than it was the first time. But, this is number, I think, 5 or 6 in the nation. They've got a really nice team. They're on a streak of their own. So clearly, I think it makes for a good competition heading into that game on Saturday. But we'll take a look. We've tried really hard not to look too far ahead. So we'll take a look over this weekend and get back on the floor. We'll take tomorrow off, get back on the floor on Monday, and start prepping for them. Having a full week to prep is really good for us because there are things that we'll work on and adjust and tweak a little bit. If we've got 3 or 4 days to do it, I think our kids will be ready to go by Saturday.
I know it's something you probably think about later on, and coaches don't dwell on the numbers. But what does 250 career coaching wins mean?
I didn't realize that until I heard it. It just kind of takes you back to all of the journeys, all of the seasons, all of the kids, all of the schools. I think it just really kind of puts you in a little bit of a reflective mode. But it makes you grateful just for the opportunity, particularly this one here. Coming out of a situation that I was in before I got here, and having an opportunity to lead this really great program with all of the history behind it. I think it just kind of makes you grateful, humbles you a little bit, but really just kind of makes you reflect on all of the good opportunities that you've had and be really grateful for all the great people you've had a chance to interact with.